Hello, everyone. Thank you for stopping by to see me today. Today, I have a topic that's going to be a little bit touchy for some of y'all. And this is about Medicaid, y'all. Not Medicare, Medicaid. People, that's maybe getting government funds, food stamps, women who have children, they don't make enough money for Medicaid. That's what they get. And it does help out a lot. But if you thought that Medicaid was never going to have cuts, they was never going to cut some programs from Medicaid and some people from Medicaid, because maybe they found out that some of y'all was just frauding the system, and you think Medicaid can't be fraud. Yes, it can. Not only by the people who are receiving them, also by doctors, hospitals, caregivers, lying. Okay? Y'all know that. Y'all know it. Okay? But like I said, y'all gonna sit there and cry? You gonna sit there and wait until they take it from you or do some cuts? Now, when I say some cuts, they're talking about taking away some programs and certain things that Medicaid can do. And then you ask yourself, Sandfay girl, why they doing that to the people? They know the people can't afford it. They know the people can't afford to have no cuts. Now, some of them programs, y'all, I'm just going to be honest and be honest with yourself. Some of those programs, they don't need. People can do them on their own. They have family members, churches, organizations, places like that you can go to. But y'all refuse to go to. You want to rely on the government totally for your livelihood, for your health. Well, some of y'all can avoid some of the things that's happening in your life, but you refuse to do it. Now, I'm not talking about the disabled people, y'all, but they even got the disabled people being afraid. I'm going to show you in the videos, okay? They trying to scare the hell out of y'all, and they doing a good job at it. They doing a great job. First, let me thank you for the PayPal, the Cash App, to buy me a coffee. I love that coffee. Thank you so very much, people. And thank you for going over there to knickknackhaven.com. I appreciate that. And thank you for going over there looking at Gabby Rich buying up that soap and perfume. January 16th, last day. I'm going to say it again, the last day, y'all. So go over there and buy it. It's only $4 for the soap. I forgot how much the perfume oil is, but I may go down on that too, all right? All right, moving right along here. Let me play this first video. Now, this first video is about Nate. He said Nate, he really deserves Medicaid. And you're going to try to do some cuts on Nate? I think he has autism. Now, I want y'all to pay attention to Nate. Pay close attention to Nate. Yes, I'm going to butt in because some things that Nate is going to be doing is surprising to me, and he has autism. Watch.
Hi, my name is Rachel Nemhauser, and I am so honored to be here today with my son Nate, who is one of almost 280,000 adults with disabilities enrolled on Medicaid in Washington. With Nate's permission, I wanted to take a few minutes to just tell you a little bit about him.
Nate didn't give permission, though. Nate just looking. With Nate's permission, I want to tell y'all a little bit about Nate. Nate ain't said a damn thing, no. Not one word. I'm not saying he can't. I'm just saying he didn't say nothing.
Nate is 20 years old and autistic.
Oh.
He has an intellectual disability and he requires home and community-based waiver services and support throughout the day to ensure all of his needs are met.
Ain't that what his parents are there for? And family members to make sure all his needs are met? So you're trying to tell me there's a program out there coming over there every day to make sure that Nate needs are met? So his parents ain't got to do nothing? Because they don't know how? Nate is 20 years old. Autism is bad, y'all. I know someone who had a child with autism. Well, about 2 people. It can be bad. It's almost like mild tardation. That's what it's almost like. Sandfay, what's mild retardation? Look it up for yourself. Just look it up. Here we go. Come on, tell us more about Nate and what he needs from the taxpayers and not his parents. Tell us.
Nate has a job at our local neighborhood Pagliacci Pizza.
What?
Where he works 4 hours a week folding pizza boxes and doing other odd jobs around.
4 hours a week folding pizza boxes. That's good. Nate wants to work. I applaud that right there. I really do. But I don't know why she's laughing.
Store. He adores his job and he is so proud of the ways he contributes to his community.
So he contributes to his community by folding pizza boxes? That what she's saying? Sometimes y'all need to watch your words and what you're saying. Okay, I'm not bashing this lady. I'm just saying, okay, some things that she's saying is extra, okay, that don't really make no sense. We want Nate to get the care that he needs. We do. I'm not insensitive to that. Because I know he's going to have good days and bad days. Just like some of you regular people. Good days and bad days. Some of y'all feel like flipping out on your kids. Good days and bad days. Should we get a check? Should we get free medical care because our kids drive us crazy? Should we? Put it on down in the comment section. And also our spouses. Should we get a check for that? Should we?
Nate has dreams for his future. When school ends next year, he wants to move into an apartment with his girlfriend.
What? Nate is banging? Nate is doing the nasty? Nate is putting that dang-a-lang inside of somebody, screaming and hollering? That's what Nate is doing? Why would she put his business like that out there? He wants to move with his girlfriend. He don't want to marry her. He just want to move with her so he can bang anytime he wants to. Oh my God, y'all. This is too much. Too much. Just listen and listen well.
He wants to work more hours at Pagliacci. He wants to eat pizza every day, and he wants to own at least one cat. But if the proposed...
I heard animals are good for people, with disabilities and anxiety. That's a good thing. That's not bad. Get him a cat. Get him a cat. Get Nate a cat, dog, or whatever the hell he wants. Get it for him. I like that part right there. I like it.
Kid cuts go through, this dream vanishes. I patted him. Nate's ability to hold a job, his ability to engage in the community, and his ability to live a life of his choosing, it just disappears.
How? He's doing a good job right now, so how you trying to say it disappears? He's working 4 hours a week, you said. He wants to work more. How does it disappear? He's functioning. Nothing's disappearing. Now, I don't believe they're going to take Nate's Medicaid. She's trying to advocate, I guess, for other people, She wants you to feel sorry for them. That's why she brought Nate up there. Look at Nate. Look at him. Why are you going to put your kid in front of people like that and you see what he's doing? We know how people with autism do. We already know that. You ain't got to do that. Don't do that to your kids. Do not display your kid like that, y'all. Don't do that, okay? I'm not saying don't take him in public, but don't get up there in front of a crowd and start talking, and then he's doing his thing in the background. Okay. He can't help himself. But lady, you can help yourself. Don't parade your son like that. Basically, that's what I'm trying to say. All right? Y'all need to stop that.
It is absolutely devastating to think that a singular vote from a group of people who don't know us and don't fully understand the terrifying impact of losing Medicaid could have.
We know some of y'all. We know some of y'all are abusers of the system. We know some of y'all are. We're not saying you are. We said we know some of y'all. And they should never cut out the abuse, the fraud. We should just let it stay and sit. There should never be no cuts. Never, never, never. Just let it go on forever, ever, ever. This what we supposed to do? Is it? Put it on down in the comment section.
Could take this all away from him, all in the name of reducing waste. But here's what I want you to know. Nate is not a waste. His needs, his dreams, and his plans are not a waste.
Nobody said he was, lady. Nobody said he was. Only people that are waste are the people that's abusing the system. That is the waste, and that's what they're looking for. Y'all out here trying to scare people, make people think because they disabled, they're going to lose their Medicaid. They're going to cut y'all. Y'all ain't going to be able to go and have physical therapy. You ain't going to be able to go and do nothing. They're going to cut y'all from your Medicaid. Y'all going to be suffering. Lord.
His career and his ability to contribute to his community are not a waste. He is a human being with hopes and talents and a right to a full life. Medicaid pays for the supports that makes Nate's life and his dreams possible. These are not luxuries. These are the tools that allow him to be a part of the world around him.
You are supposed to be that tool. Your church is supposed to be that tool. Your family is supposed to be that tool. Do you know how expensive those programs are? That's helping Nate. Do you? No, you don't. Expensive. Try to go to one yourself. With no Medicaid, no Medicare. Try to go to one and see how much it costs. And this is what they're doing to the taxpayers. When his mama could be doing stuff herself. And family members. Sometimes people don't have time. They don't have time, Sandfay. They're well, hell, they need to make time. Especially if it's for my child. I'm going to make the time. I'm not going to be whining all over the damn internet. I'm not going to be doing it.
For Nate, Medicaid brings freedom, and cuts to Medicaid eliminate those freedoms. Please save Medicaid. Nate deserves the help and the support required to make his dreams come true. His future and the future of hundreds of thousands of other disabled adults depend on it. Thank you.
Hell, we all deserve the help that we need. We deserve too, the taxpayers, the people who not on this. We deserve, but a lot of us can't afford insurance, medical insurance. But y'all get mad at us when we complain. Y'all working. You don't think his parents work? He's 20 years old. Is his parents working? Like I said, I know somebody. 2 people really had autism child. They working. Working. Yes, their child gets Medicaid. Yes, they do. And I'm not mad at that. Because the child is severe autism. Moving right along. I know some of y'all gonna be mad at me, but you know what? I'm used to it. You can't hurt my feelings. You can't. You wasting your damn time down in the comment section, acting stupid. All right? All right, I want you to look at these people right here. You're scaring you. Stay with me now. Stay with me. I may get a little long-winded because, you know, this is important. Y'all need to listen to these people, okay? Because some of y'all sitting on Medicaid right now, right? These people have a show. They have Down syndromes. But they have a show. They making money. I don't know where this show is. I don't know if it's a YouTube show or if it's on TLC, whatever. Maybe y'all know, because I don't watch, TLC anymore. I used to, but I don't do it anymore. Y'all let me know if y'all know these two down in the comments section. But they're trying to get people to advocate, go and protest about the Medicaid cuts. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it for us. Okay, look at these two right here.
Babe, hey, babe, are you terrified?
Hey, babe. Babe?
To be honest, I'm scared as hell.
I saw this clip.
Hey, babe, are you terrified? You terrified they're going to cut Medicaid? They're going to cut us off Medicaid. Babe. We got Down syndromes. We can barely function. But we got our own show. Making money. Babe, they're going to cut us off Medicaid. Whew. Move right along. Some people disabled, y'all. I don't feel sorry for all of them, okay? I actually feel bad for the ones who really can't do nothing for themselves. But these people walking and talking and working and got a show, being admired by thousands, maybe millions, I don't know. Doing their thing. That's a good thing for me right there. That should be a good thing for anybody. That they can do what they need to do. But why they on here crying and whining, talking about the Medicaid cuts? Why? Who put them up to this? Somebody did.
This year, and the two hosts were talking about Trump's big beautiful bill as Congress was debating cutting $1 trillion for Medicaid.
We're making some common sense reforms to Medicaid to eliminate waste, fraud, and abuse.
What we're doing is strengthening the program.
Did you hear that? He said waste, fraud, and abuse. That's what we're cutting. And they out here trying to scare people like they finna cut the disabled people. The really and truly disabled people. They finna cut y'all off. They finna cut some of your benefits in Medicaid, some of the programs. They finna cut y'all. Scaring the hell out of people. People got selective hearing, like I always say. Selective. They don't do their research. They don't do their homework. They just rely on what people say. Hell, don't rely on me either. Do your research on what I say. Because sometimes I could be wrong. Sometimes I could. And if I say I'm wrong, if I find out that I am, hell, I'll tell you. Ain't no shame in my game. It ain't.
Reducing fraud, waste, and abuse that is rampant in Medicaid.
A lot of people with a disability are going to feel scared of what's going to happen next.
Audrey and her boyfriend Jeremy both have Down syndrome and rely on Medicaid to live and work independently. And Jeremy started crying at this moment because they were talking about how the cuts to Medicaid might affect services that disabled people like them rely on. Now,
you're going to see what services they're talking about pretty soon. You might be mad. You just might.
I just so happen to be a new mom to a baby with Down syndrome.
Good job. Oh, look at you.
Okay, let's get your arms up, though. And he gets federally funded weekly occupational and physical therapy services. So Medicaid will probably become a huge part of our lives as he gets older, too. But
now, I agree with that right there. The baby needs some physical therapy. The baby does, okay? I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at her. I'm not mad at her children, her baby getting care that it needs from Medicaid. Because she probably can't afford it. She probably can't. I don't have a problem with that. So don't be putting that lying mess down in the comment section. Don't be doing that.
This moment reached a lot of other people, and it did go kind of viral.
Joining me now, Audrey Presby and Jeremy Fraser, hosts of the Audrey and Jeremy Show.
Audrey and Jeremy both went to D.C. to make a case for Medicaid and other federally funded health programs.
We need these programs to live.
We are your neighbors, coworkers, and friends.
We have voices, and we need you to hear our voices in our side about
She's cute. Look at her. She's cute.
why we should keep Medicaid.
Despite protests from disabled people, the bill passed in July. And I want to understand what effect these cuts could have on the 15 million disabled people in America who use Medicaid. So I went and I spent the day with Audrey and Jeremy to see some of the different ways that Medicaid impacts their daily lives.
Here it comes. Get ready.
Hey, getting double mic today.
Good deal, good deal. Phones are off, silence. My name's Carolina Elias, and I am executive producer of the Audrey and Jeremy Show, and I'm part of their support staff, working with them to, be a better public speaker.
So it must be on TLC or something like that. But it's on some television network.
And how to learn how to make a podcast.
And our next episode is with Amy.
So they need Medicaid for that? To teach them how to do a podcast, to make one? You can learn that on YouTube itself, just watching YouTube. There's a lot of creators teaching you how to do that. It is.
Newfield.
No, remember, the audience doesn't know her. You guys know her.
Oh.
So when you're like, hey, this is Amy Newfeld. She's a therapist. She's the mom to one of our friends, Jordan. He has Down syndrome too.
And they're both super cool people.
Audrey and Jeremy pay Carolina out of a budget provided for by Medicaid. Now, this is money that in the past would...
So they paying her to teach them. Medicaid is paying her to teach them how to do a podcast so they can make money. More money than you. They're getting paid, y'all. They're getting paid. They on television. I don't know if the mama getting paid, but I think they're old enough. Ain't they grown? Halfway grown or something like that? Y'all.
gone toward things like institutionalizing disabled people, which is what families were told to do. But since the disability rights movement decades ago, there are now way more choices about how to use that money.
How I am so thankful. My support staff is here for me to help me to have more independence.
These are called home and community-based services, and this program really enables people like Audrey and Jeremy to live in their community.
So, if they didn't have the program, they couldn't live in their community? They cooking, they working, they watching TV, they having sex, probably every damn night. So that Medicaid helps them to live in their community. Put it on down there, because I know y'all want to say something. I know you do.
They're able to use these Medicaid funds for helpers who teach cooking and cleaning, money management. So
how long is it going to take them to learn how to cook? How long is it going to take them to learn how to clean? So their parents, their mother, their father, whatever, couldn't teach them how to cook and to clean up. So we're going to have to pay somebody to do that for them. Not really do it for them, but to teach them, they said, to teach them. They can do it on their own. I know y'all mad at me. I know you're mad. And
they can live more independently and be part of their community.
And in Southern California, being in the community looks like this.
What are we doing this morning?
I'm going surfing.
What?
I'm going to surf your ass. Oh, look at that. Some smiles. Oh, look at it. We got boy.
And this is what it's paying for. This right here. This.
Girlfriend paddling today.
For instance,
Wow.
in physical therapy or in occupational therapy.
So this is physical therapy. I've never seen physical therapy like this before in my life. Never, ever, never. Never. You can do that in a swimming pool. What? Personal physical therapist? Going out on a lake, on an ocean? Teaching somebody how to surf? What? That's what Medicaid is paying for.
These are all very expensive services, by
Yes,
the way,
it is.
that Jeremy is able to do with surfing.
Look at you go, Jay. Look at you go, Jay.
He's found all the things that surfing does is it helps his core strength, it helps his mental state, and all.
You keep it up, Jeremy. They gonna say your ass ain't disabled no more. Keep it up with his physical strength. You can do that in a gym. You can get physical strength in a gym. Walking, exercising, lifting weights in a gym. Keep it up.
These things. when they are out and about and they're doing all the things that everybody else does, karate lessons, art classes, going out to the beach and being part of the community, we see better outcomes, not only for the individuals, but for the people that work with them. It brings jobs to lots of people. This is the America we want to live in.
So we're supposed to use Medicaid to bring jobs to a lot of people to milk the system. That's what we're supposed to be doing. They doing arts and crafts. They having fun. So that's what Medicaid is paying for. And y'all want to get mad when they say they're trying to cut out some of these programs. Something that their family members can do for themselves. Something they can do for themselves as well. There's programs, like I said, there's churches, there's organizations that help people like this for free. But no, they want personal care. Personal.
My support staff, her name is Sarah.
We love doing
This is Sarah.
karaoke together.
Awesome. Dude, that's so good. Yeah.
All the support staff you just saw are partially paid for out of optional programs funded by Medicaid, so they are at risk of being reduced or cut entirely.
I don't care if it's partially paid for or not. The fact is that they're still getting the money from Medicaid. That's the problem right there, lady. That's the problem. Okay.
The big beautiful bill is going to be rolling out in stages, so we don't yet know actually how this is going to look or how these programs will be affected until the states decide how to make up for these cuts.
I don't want to hear no more. I don't hear no more because that's crazy right there. That's crazy. My heart goes out to them, the people with the Down syndromes. Jeremy and his girlfriend. Nobody hates y'all. But we see y'all doing well. Y'all living well. Y'all living better than some of the people out here working. Okay? And you can't pay for that service yourself? You don't think they looking at you and you on TV crying and whining? Put it on down there. Am I wrong? Am I wrong? Am I insensitive? Am I? I know some of y'all gonna say I am. But like I said, I don't give a damn. Here's the last one. Pay close attention. Sorry I got a little long-winded, but it's necessary. Especially when people trying to put it out there that Medicaid is cutting disabled people off. No, they cutting some of the programs off that y'all ass don't need. That's what they doing. They cutting out the fraud. The misuse of the funds. That's what they cutting out. But y'all believe everything that they tell y'all about Trump. Trump ain't perfect. No, he ain't. No, he ain't. No, he ain't. Nobody is. And you ain't either. So stop throwing those damn stones. Here we go.
Expanded Medicaid to young, healthy adults. And so what the House has done, which I've been advocating for a long time, is if you're a young, healthy adult, you should be working and you shouldn't be getting Medicaid and sitting at home just getting a government check.
Did he lie? Did he lie? Is he wrong? Put it on down in the comment section. Put it on down there.
I'm a Medicaid provider. So let's say we have a patient. Let's call her Mary. And Mary lives in a rural part of the country, and she works at her local grocery store as a checkout clerk. It's a minimum wage job. It offers no benefits, but she gets her health care through Medicaid. Now, times are hard, and her grocery store got hit particularly hard by tariffs and supply chain issues, so they have to lay Mary off. Now, Mary is scrambling to find a job so that she can stay eligible for Medicaid. But unfortunately, a lot of people in her small town got hit by these layoffs, and there really isn't much work to be had. And the nearest town with work is about a 35-minute drive away, but unfortunately, Mary doesn't have a car, and the public transportation system in her town is particularly dismal. So she keeps trying to find work, but unfortunately during this time she loses access to Medicaid, which means she loses access to her primary care doctor, her specialist, and the ability to get medications. And without those things, Mary's health starts to deteriorate, and she's in and out of her local emergency room with flare-ups.
So basically, he wants y'all to feel sorry for Mary. But I'm going to say this about Mary. Y'all. Mary put her own self in that situation. Yes, Mary did. Mary decided to live in a town, with no buses. She decided to live in a town where she could not find adequate work. Oh, Lord. That's the devil right there, y'all. Okay. I keep telling y'all, and y'all don't believe me. Sorry. It's the choices that you make in life, people, on how your life is going to be later. It's the choices that you make when it comes to having children, when it comes to your job, when it comes to who you marry and who you lay down with. It is your choice. We all make bad choices in life, including me. But it's how we correct those choices that we have done. Are we just supposed to lay down, cry, and die? Or are we supposed to get up and have a backbone and do something about it? Are we? How long is too long to waddle in your mess that you created? How long is too long? Put it on down in the comment section. Should we feel sorry for Mary? Huh? Mary can't help herself. She needs her Medicaid. What has that got to do with a damn job and prospering in life? What? Lord, y'all, I'm telling you, I know a lot of y'all gonna hate me. But like I said, I only feel bad for the children. They didn't ask for this. They didn't. And the disabled people, they didn't ask to be disabled. Well, some of y'all did, because some of y'all ate yourself to death and you became disabled because you became obese, morbid obese. Now, I know a lot of us are chunky and you still, so far, have good health. But the people who crowding their mouth with all the junk food, getting big, 600 pounds, 700, now y'all know that's ridiculous, okay? You made yourself disabled. You did. And sometimes you ain't got to be fat to be disabled, to make yourself disabled by eating all the stuff. You know your family have a history of diabetes, but you keep eating all the junk. Keep eating all the salt. I'm guilty. Yes, I used to do that, but I learned. If I want to live longer, I probably would have been dead by now. After I had that heart attack, yeah, okay, triple bypass. After I had that, I learned. Don't do it no more. If you want to live longer, you better do right. Don't get me wrong, every now and then I have something I love, but it sure in the hell ain't every day like I was doing. Not every day. Moderation is the key, and drinking a whole lot of water. 1 coffee a day, that's it. After this, I drank a whole lot of water. You got to flush it out your system, y'all. Just like you got to flush that man out your system. You got to flush that woman. And sometimes you got to flush certain people out your life. Y'all know that. You know I'm not lying. All right, go down there and tell me what you think, okay? Are they trying to scare y'all to death? Huh? Yeah, they are. Some of y'all ain't going to realize it, though, because some of y'all got a one-track mind. With all that being said, make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. And watch the next video coming up so I can wipe my damn nose.
Yeah.